This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
And then, so recruiter make a call, or text, or send an email. So we have some best practice and the professional practice we follow in order to actually take the control the recruiting interview process. So this is really important from the beginning to the end. And the recruiter is important because that's the step number one before the recruiter refer your profile to the next level. So if recruiter does not feel confident and do not see the best profile, then normally they will be nice, but they will not be moving forward your like the resume to the next level. Good. So this really in the interview journey, every single dot has to be as perfect as possible, as serious as possible. Okay. So I am giving a quick the rundown. Recruiter normally calls either some recruiter just calls directly. It's normally like the Asian recruiter, they will call you without even giving you any heads up. The American recruiter, they normally send an email, or they leave a voicemail normally. Or if they call you, they will tell you, is it a good time to talk a couple of minutes? I send you an email. So they follow some type of the formal process and procedures, and that they normally set up a 20 minutes video interview. The Asian recruiter normally just talk, and they start asking a bunch of questions, whether you are prepared or not, or you have time or not. So the best practice is always talk 2 minutes to 3 minutes, and then always the guide to that, hey, set up a meeting so that we can have a conversation. At the same time, I will be reviewing your JD, and I have some questions back and forth. We'll be communicating through the email and the chat. Make sense? Those will be the approach. Okay,
so usually recruiters, do they set up a meeting? I don't know, like I have seen my husband, like he always talks to them on the phone, and then that's how it goes, but I never seen him personally setting up a meeting so far.
Yes, they do. Especially the white recruiter here, they will not submit your resume until they speak with you one-on-one and on the Zoom. Literally, they have to see you. The Asian recruiter, they're different. The here recruiter, they will ask you the behavioral question, the cultural question, and some of our day-to-day activities, like tell me about yourself. And in this, they want to see your confidence, and they want to see your body language, and they want to see how can you speak from your resume. And plus, they have some like the question, like, do you have this tool experience? They're looking for this tool, those kind of questions. But really, they cannot justify you anything. They justify how you speak from your resume 20 minutes.
Okay.
Because they're the client are more solid than the Asian recruiter client. And the here recruiter do not do the market your resume. They actually submit your resume to the end client.
Okay.
So it's a very large area, recruiting area to learn. It's another, like the experience. With your experience, you'll be learning about them. But these are the best practice we normally share with our students, so that actually they can gain the knowledge right away.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, good.
Okay, so let's start with some of the question. So do you know what is the importance of the background check? Why you do this?
Yeah, usually background check, they do it for my experience, whatever I have put. And so that's what they go through, my address that I have given, my previous address and my experience. And usually the references, I provide them at the end. If I provide the references, I think they may call or they may email them, confirming about my status and experience and getting the feedback from them.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. So have you created your Gmail account and everything is done?
I have done the Gmail account, yes.
So based on the Gmail account, do you have the the Monster, Career Builder, Dice, Indeed, and the what is it called? Yeah, those. Do you have those accounts already?
Indeed account long time back I just set it up, but nothing seriously so far I have done with dice and all that stuff. I'm just preparing. Probably in January I may open the account or something.
Okay. And so, do you know like why we do the interview track?
Yeah, so that you can help us like where I did wrong to prepare it for the next round. I will not repeat the same mistakes.
So the track means that's the one is like the tracking means that we maintain an Excel, the
Yeah.
we're applying and the
Mm-hmm.
when we follow up, what is the
Yes.
status, the
Mm-hmm.
interview outcome with the
Yeah.
end client, with the recruiting company. That's the track.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
it is really important for you, like for
Mm-hmm.
everybody to track, because
Mm-hmm.
only you need to set up the 15 interview in the pipeline. That's it. 15 interview, you'll get a job. But
Hope so.
if you are unable to the set up the 15 interview,
Mm-hmm.
then it is not going to work.
Okay.
So do you know how to respond to a cell phone if someone talk to you?
Yeah, usually I will ask them to text me. I would prefer text based rather than talking on the phone, and it can be as a proof also for me. And so usually I'll take the Google number to be on the safe side than using my regular number. So that's how I go with them.
Got it. Okay, good to know. So 2 to 3 minutes is fine. Um, and do you know how to set up like the automated response on the email?
Yeah, I have seen the video which you have done, with a small note to that, and that I'm thankful, and then I will go through it and I will contact them some, and along with my signature, and I have seen it, but not prepared for that yet. I will do that later in January. But I have seen like your video, like how you have done it.
Sure. So during the conversation with recruiters, what are the some questions you should ask?
First thing I will ask them is like location, and also I'll ask them whether it is a remote or on-site. And recruiters, I will ask them about the pay, and I'll ask them about the like, is it immediate or how long will it take? Sometimes they just collect and they just keep it and they will never go forward. So I don't want to entertain those people. So I will ask them like how soon they wanted me, and then about the payment, and about the like whether it is a existing role or it is a new role. I will ask them.
And you ask the how many round of interviews, what is the interview process?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Good. So the should you share your reference during the interview right away? What is your approach to sharing a reference?
Reference, I usually ask them like when they are serious about it. At the end, I would like to provide instead of providing them, like at the starting stage. So I will tell them that if I select, like, and then when that before offering the job offer, I will tell them that I will provide at that time.
Great. Okay, so that is great. So what are the some best practice you should follow for the preparing you for the phone interview?
For the phone interview, prepare the for the appearance, and dress up nicely, and good light, and then no noise, and then set up the camera, and then have a nice good camera, and then prepare mentally, and then prepare with some gunshot questions, especially like about myself and what current project, and some gunshot questions, and be prepared with that.
No, it is. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good practice. Also, I think yeah, you covered the video interview as well, which is good. You covered both answer by one question. Okay, good. So of course, when you'll be going to the job market, why do we organize our in the email inbox?
So that it is not messy and it is easy, like you don't have to search, like you get 100 mails every day. If you organize them, like it is easy, like important mails you will not miss it when you organize it, and you know where to go and search it. And so that is the easiest way, and that is the professional way to do it.
Got it. Okay. And then the if you are asked to speak about your the skills and expertise from your resume. Can you talk about some of them?
Right now, I cannot talk because I'm not prepared at that level. But surely, I will prepare the gunshot points like each tool, and I will prepare them, and I will definitely talk about it.
Sure. So when you will be speaking about it, where you should focus, like the tools or process, procedure, or application? What will be your approach?
So my approach will be project based. That's what like if I take the interview, that's what I wanted to see. From I expect from the other person. So I would prefer to go with the real time experience.
Got it. Okay. So project, then the application
Mm-hmm.
architecture, application complexity or the purpose of the application, then the
Yes.
tools and technologies.
Yes.
Okay. Um, so um, we need to update our resume for multiple reasons. So what are the some reason we update our resume in the LinkedIn profile?
So I have seen with my husband, recruiters always will be back of him, like they wanted to match according to the job requirement. So they'll ask him add this, add that, and like so same, like the tools that we use. So it will be the same, but with the same name, different tools and all. So they wanted to put those names. So according to the job description, you need to change here and there. That's what I have seen.
Sure. So that's a good idea. As an example, um, you know the one of the tools you know very well, but the similar tool you don't know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that tool is required for that job description for the job.
Mm-hmm.
If you put it in your resume, what you will do?
So as because it's not going to be tough for me, like I know the basic, I will just Google it what it is basically, and because I know some tools similar to that, so I will be changing it and I will talk to them according to that because I will be prepared for that.
Sure. So the tools you don't know means you have not used actively in your project. You mentioned those tools in your resume, like the exposure on this tool, or the
Oh.
yep, and the self-learning for a
Mm-hmm.
future project, and
Mm-hmm.
the exploring these new tools because of the POC. So those kind of like a 5, 6 sentences are enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way you get the attention from the hiring manager.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yep, you don't need to say I'm experienced or expertise because not
Mm-hmm.
every tool is used in every company. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have a like this situation, you have
Mm-hmm.
to, like I mentioned, I expose, I'm self-learning, have a plan
Mm-hmm.
to learn in this quarter, and the learning because of the after 2 years, this tool will be used in the company and the running
Mm-hmm.
POC. So those kind of things are enough.
Okay.
So So have you the written some of the summary of your tools, technology, or the process you have learned and you have experienced in the hands-on so far?
Yes, I have used several tools like Terraform, Ansible, and Docker Swarm, and so many stuff. And then practically, I have not written yet, but I will.
Okay, so the reason you should write those will be actually the beneficial for you during the interview process because those are your key point that you will be actually highlighting during the.
Yes,
So you are not writing the paragraph, you're writing like a sentence, and you know how to speak the details above and beyond about that sentence. So that's
yeah, yes. As we
those
are going through the premium interview now, each tools and all the tools will be covered one by one. So I will be preparing in depth, and so that I will also make the bullet points for that.
correct. Yep, because those you will be sticking what you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's so you can be productive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So so what is the best practice you should follow using the LinkedIn during your job market or the even you are out of the job market? What are the some best practice you use the LinkedIn?
LinkedIn always means update the things. and then go through some blogs and read some blogs and then update them in your profile, and then be active all the time, and then that's what I do.
Okay. So what type of post you should what type of like the things you should post on the LinkedIn and why?
I'm not sure because I'm not so active in the LinkedIn, so I'm not sure. Like I never, but my husband I have seen, like if he does something on his own, like something he finds success or something like that, he sometimes he posts it like how he has done it and how he got it achieved and stuff like that. So he does that. That's what I have seen from my husband. But
Yep.
as for about me, I never done it.
Yep. So those are the things you should do, like some of the project you have done, what you have gone through, some of the challenges, how did you overcome, and what did that was the end outcome. So those you should post. So that's the how people learn about you. And
Okay.
also you should not post somebody's post directly without you just write a few sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Write one sentence, like a
Mm-hmm.
that's like that. You cannot just do this like a social media. You need to say few things before you post. And then if you learn a new tools, or if you are planning to learn a new tools, you can actually post, hey, my next quarter I'm planning to learn these tools, process and procedure. Did you guys learn? If you say,
Mm-hmm.
well, how was the experience,
Mm-hmm.
how you are actually post in the LinkedIn, that's how
Mm-hmm.
the network will know. And the being active in the LinkedIn, it is great. So
Okay.
it is important. And of course, as you said, you need to read some blog, you need to join some group, and you need to the read, and sometimes you can make a comments. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's how you actually engage and the build the
Mm-hmm.
network and expand your network.
Okay.
Okay, so the which steps do you follow, like for the physical interview, like the in-person interview?
In-person interview, so like it doesn't make difference for me whether Zoom or in person. So I will be prepared a physical appearance, and then I will be prepared same. I have to anyway. I have to prepare for the same thing. Like they'll ask the questions, and I have to prepare for the some gunshot questions, and I have to appear myself. And I may be more nervous to be in person. So main thing is psychologically I need to build up myself. That's the only difference I could feel.
Sure. Can if someone asks you to share your the GitHub the repo, should you share? If yes, what type of report you should share?
So anything general, anything public, I you can share like regarding to your students if any project that they have done and they wanted to show up, like so in that case it is helpful. So for me, I don't have any GitHub. I have not done anything as personal by myself to share. So I don't think so I have anything to share.
So yeah, you can actually the some of the configuration things you have done, you can add on your GitHub. You can only share your GitHub that is not the work related, and it's
Okay.
absolutely fine. Like using YAML file, you can actually the provision some of the complex the infrastructure. Using the Ansible, you can actually the doing some highly automation. So those kind of things you can make it, and you can actually the store in your repo, and those you can share. But you cannot share the company's any proprietary information, and that's the reason they asked that question.
Oh, okay.
So what is the importance of follow up email?
It's always like once they do that, sometimes the recruiters are busy, they're like dealing with hundreds of people, and so it is good to follow them up like, hey, what happened with my interview, or what is the, did you get any reply back, feedback from the client, and it is good to follow up.
And then if you are supposed to ask the how much you're looking for hourly, how do you deal with that?
So usually, if I'm experienced, I'm strong. If they really need me, I can demand. Like I have seen like couple of my friends, family friends, they demanded them like. Otherwise, I go through the Google, like whatever is reasonable price, I will ask them. But at the same time, recruiters also wanted to save the money. So, but if they suppose if they tell me like 61, I may go like 63 or even 62 or 63, 64. If I get $1, $2 extra, also I get the money. So I may negotiate
Correct.
definitely.
So make sure you have your the mobile app for each of the job portal that you will be planning to apply is
Mm-hmm.
important. And the going through your resume once you'll get it is super important. But going through your resume will be easy because if you write the bullet points of each of the tools, process, procedure, deployment, we will be formalizing them professionally
Mm-hmm.
with our own wording, and of course we'll be getting the chat GPT help. We'll make a professional resume and we'll actually add in your resume, and that will be good to go. It should be easy, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can apply. So if you apply for a job, you should not prefer for the automated apply. You actually go to the company's the job JD, open an account, read the JD, and then make sure your resume is adjusted, a couple bullet points, and then finally you should apply. You should not apply like the automated the apply, because 500 people respond and the apply, but nobody get the call back. So the best thing,
Okay.
you read the JD, you read your resume, and then adjust your resume, create an account, and then apply. And the most of the time, chances is high that you'll call back from recruiter.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Should you share your ID? I think you should share your ID after you and the review the recruiting company and who is the end client, and then you should not share like you directly, as I said, maybe the last 4 digit or your driver license.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I think that's pretty much I have. So some of the questions will be answered once you will go to the job market. But
Mm-hmm.
please go over those questions. At least know the best practice. I think you should be good then.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank